Hi, this is Soumya Parmar. My student ID is 2183364, and I'm going to explain the Sprint 1 SE 456. And so, first, let me run the program. And as you can see, all tests are passed, all four tests are passed. This is the manager diagram. So, this is the node part of the code. So as this is the we are doing a single linked list in this is the single linked list manager class which manages the single linked list. Single linked list contains this pnx data and clear and methods, and as you know, node contains the data of it. And single linked list like is derived from the list based class which has a contractual relationship with it. And so these methods here are need to be implemented in this. So now this is the object pool manager class which contains active and reserved list. So based on the amount needed, we are removing from like first we are keeping a reserve number of objects in the reserve list, and we are putting them in active list and removing from the active list. So first this is the node code. As you can see, we are setting the data here and clearing the data, and then this is the sling code, so which will this has a clear function which will just point p next to null when we are initializing the object. And this is the sling manager which contains the functions to manage the single linked list. As you can see, this is the add to fun function. So we are just adding to the single linked list. First we are checking the list is empty, then assign the PO head to the newly assigned nodes, and if not empty we are doing this. And then this is a get first function which will return the first element of the list. And then this is a remove function. So remove function, we are just passing which node we want to delete, and then it will, if it's in the list, it's only one element in the list, just assign PO head to null. And if found, if it's not only one element, then just traverse to the list and find it. And then we are clearing this past nodes data, pnex data. So because this node is reusable, so when we are putting this in the like the reserve list back to reserve list, so it needs to be clear so there won't be any errors. Same goes for this remove from fun function. We are just removing from the front of the list engines and then returning that same element. So this is the list based function which contains all these abstract methods which are implemented here. And this is the main manager class. So as you can see, this is the find code. First, this is a find method. If you want to find a method, find a node with a name this. So first we are getting the element from first element from the active list. We are finding the element from the active list and assigning it here. Then we are checking if it's not the first, if this is the first element, just return that. And if it's not the first element, we are traversing to the list, and if we found the element, just return that. And if we don't found the element in the active list, we just return null. Same goes for this remove function in the manager class, and we are just removing from the active list and adding it to the reserve list and updating the stats here. These are the data which we are keeping it here, how many number of nodes, total nodes or active nodes are there. This is the manager constructor. So when we are initializing the manager object, for there are two parameters. First is how many objects we require to be there in the reserve list at start. So at start we are doing, let's say this is the default value is 5, and let's say when the list gets empty, how much do we need to increment it, so which is 2 right now. Yeah, and so as you can see, first we are filling the reserve list with this initial number of elements here, and we are creating this node objects and filling it, fill reserve list with this nodes. And as you can see here, so yeah, so this is the code.